Hey guys, hope you're having a great day as well as a great life. So I'm going to make this quick. I just hit the Ghost in the Machine record on Patreon, the full thing. It's out now. The next song is going to be clipped from that reaction. If you want to see the full thing, it's on Patreon now. There's going to be 2 more albums coming out this month. One where Andy hits one of the prior albums I hit while he was gone, and then we're going to hit one together. Coming back for a full album as the duo. It's going to be the first album we hit back together. It's going to happen this month. So if you want an extra album this month, all 3 on there. Same price as always, less than a cup of coffee. Link in the description. Other than that, on to the video. Oh my God.
There is no political solution to our troubled evolution. Have no faith in Constitution. No bloody revolution. We are spirits in the material world. Our 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 so-called leaders speak.
God, the bass is so cool.
With words they try to jail you. Subjugate the meek, but it's the rhetoric of failure. We are spirits in the material world. Our spirits in the material world. Our spirits in the material world. Our spirits in the material world.
Oh, it's so cool.
Does the answer lie? Living from day to day. If it's something we can buy, there must be another way. We are spirits in the material world. Our 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 spirits
It's so
in the
groovy.
material world. Our spirits in the material world.
The light little keys. They have such a unique way of like telling a truth. Like, I love the concept, just the title of the song, Spirits in the Material World. And it almost feels like we shouldn't be here. Like, oh, what we are is transcendent above where we're at. We're something more than just this like corporeal, like us beings here, like people, where there's something deeper, like whether it's imagination or creativity or a soul or something that should not really exist or wasn't made to exist here. It's like a weird concept. I've heard it in like religious connotations or Buddhist philosophy sometimes, but it's an interesting thought. And I love how he flips that into more of like a political connotation. I just think it's such a cool metaphor for that. How like if you're unhappy with the state of the world or governance or whatever, there's no, like the first line is, let me pull it up. I think it said there's no political solution. And what that speaks to me is like unhappiness with the current situation, whether that's social or political or whatever. It almost has nothing to do with the thing itself. Like, this regime needs to change, or this system of governance is wrong or whatever. It's way more to do with like human existence or humanity in general being the issue. Like there's no way to make it work perfectly because we're trying to fit a square shape in a round hole, and whatever solution you try to make for that attempt, like you might do something temporarily, but it's never going to be perfect. And what a cool thought. Like, you could agree with it, disagree with it. It doesn't really matter. I just think it's done, this argument, in such a creative way. And, how many artists can make a really deep, profound, like, I could literally picture like a college professor teaching this in like an art history course or a religious studies course or something. Like, this could be a dissertation. And it's just done so well that if I didn't have the lyrics on the screen, I might just be bobbing my head while all of this deep, profound stuff is being said. And it's also really minimal. He doesn't hammer it home. Every line feels very concise. And then the music behind it is so good. Like, Stuart Copeland, I will say this to the day I die, and I might have to make a video on him soon, but like, he is one of the most unique drummers I've ever heard in the way that he's also very minimal. Like, the things he plays, like, he plays with volume of notes more than any drummer I think I've ever heard. Like, maybe like a Steve Gadd would do something similar, but they play very differently still. Either way, both of them are just so good at, like, it almost feels like something that other people take for granted or just are throwaway to them, where it's like, oh, I'm thinking of what drums to hit, not like, oh, I could tweak the volume of how I hit this one thing and change it. Like, his hi-hat patterns are so cool to me, because whereas some drummer might just do like, he's like playing all over the place, playing with volume, playing with when the notes happen, taking some notes out. And he could play a standard groove, like something that anybody would play for a typical song, and make it feel all his own by changing those elements. And this is a song that feels like that to me. And then you have incredible bass, and you have like this synth that's happening, that the synth is so cool. Like, I don't know what it was used on, but man, it sounds good. Mixed with these cool lyrics, cool guitar. It just culminates to this, like, just awesome, just an awesome song. This is a fantastic way to open the record.
Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you had a good time watching that video, go and upvote the video, subscribe if you're not already. Check out some other videos here on the YouTube or on the Patreon if you want extra juicy stuff you can't get on YouTube.